Chris.
Bird Chris.
Bird Chris, new Pokemon.
Coffee Pokemon.
Coffee Pokemon.
Bird Chris, coffee and Pokemon.
Coffee and Pokemon. Another day of coffee and Pokemon.
I hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good.
The guy that comes into our store for a second.
He does kind of look like one of the guys that comes in.
Make sure they had Pokemon cards before anybody else did.
Prize discovery at a Best Buy in Pasadena. A man was found inside that closed store. A group of Pokemon card collectors were camping outside the Best Buy all night. They noticed a large police response and found out a man was still inside the store.
I mean, I'm just going to stop real quick. Why does it feel like Pokemon card collectors is a slur now? Why do people just...
Oh, man.
Yeah, Pokemon card collectors going crazy.
Oh, it's scary, man. Like, I get it. Like, you know, we talked about this yesterday, like how hard it is to get product as a collector, as somebody who sells, and you know, if you go too hard, you're a scalper, and if you don't have the product. And it's such a mixed bag. Like, what do you do? Like, if you want to have Pokemon, you've got to not camp inside of a Best Buy after it closed. That's probably not the best move, but there's these guys who are so committed to just hunting and sitting outside of stores at 3:00 in the morning, just so you can be the first in line to get a box. And it's not like you can go in and buy the whole store out. Everyone has limits. So it's like, order more. Try to get online.
Yeah, it's just insane. I mean, this dude, like, what is he thinking hiding in a Best Buy if they don't have security shit going on? Like,
you know, I can understand if you were hiding in the Best
like
Buy to sell
guy.
MacBooks. You know, if you want to steal some MacBooks or something, but if you're in there to try to get ahead of everyone else, do you not think that somebody, when they open up the store, is going to be like, that's weird. How did that guy get in here already? Also, like, where were you hiding? Inside of a washer?
I know.
Like,
Dude, honestly,
camping
that's one of my
in a
biggest
dryer?
fears here, though, somebody could easily just hide in a bathroom at night. But I don't want to pick them up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, also, they'd have a terrible time. It's not like we don't really have a whole lot of Pokemon product either. We can't keep it on the
We have
shelves.
singles, so that's the one thing I'm worried about, to be honest. But
Yeah.
that's why I want to get, if I do get hardened slabs, I kind of want to build
Like a display case
a
wall.
glass case where those D&D minis are and put both with glass.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably not a horrible idea if you end up going really, really hard into it. I don't know. Slabs are a mixed bag. I loaded up all my slabs into collector this morning, actually. And just to see like how much I've already put into slabs, and I've got like 4K in slabs for like, I don't know, like 12 cards.
Really?
And I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I think raw will always be better than slabs, but I think that's just the player in me.
All right, real quick, we'll talk about slabs. So this dude is Slab Rehab. And this is why I don't really trust PSA anymore for the most part, because, like, dude,
in terms of actually grading repaired cards. So probably the thing that I'm going to be changing the most is making sure that I'm not going to really be sending any cards in unless they do look perfect. And when I say perfect, I mean looking at the margins for the spacing, the centering, looking at the whitening on the corners, looking at surface scratches, things like that. I'm going to make sure it's pretty much perfect. These were not sent in with the expectation that they would all get 10s. They were just sent in to basically test. So what I'm not saying is these should all get 10s, but they're only 7s. That's not the case. I mean, this Erica's Venusaur, regrettably, if this were a 10, this thing is like $16,000 right now. I don't understand what's happening with the prices on some of these vintage cards. So you best bet all your money. I'm going to crack this open and take another whack at it, because 7, I'll take the chance at doing another round of polishing or flattening the edges or whatever it might be for the chance at a 10. But
that
how much more
statement, that statement alone is you are altering the card to try to get a grade. And that goes against the entire concept.
Dude, this dude's channel's actually kind of crazy at his like, because he's like also telling you like, because he's experimenting too with it, and he
Ugh.
doesn't know, you know. But like, so some of his shit he sent, and you know, like right here, this one,
It's just going to deteriorate on my account, which
he sent them all in.
$69 service for $20 for 20-day service goes directly to the more experienced graders, which are more likely to catch.
So he's right there. His statement is, "Don't use Express because you're gonna get better graders."
Okay.
So he wants people that are worse at grading. And then so he sent them all in, and then he got them all back as altered.
Good, because they were.
But he talks and he says like only 4 of these were actually altered, the other 2 weren't. And so
See.
they auto flagged the other 2 just because he sent them all in together.
Yeah, well, you know, here's the thing, right? Like, I get it, you want your cards to 10, but just accept that what a 10 means is that it is pristine, right? That it is perfect.
Not a PSA 10 no more.
No. And again, PSA, professional sports authentication. Sports.
A lot of attention. That will yield hopefully some better results, and I'm definitely going to share those with you guys once I get those back. So with each one of these, I will be submitting them probably individually through GameStop or through a different account. Obviously, I'm not going to be sending these in through any of my own accounts anymore.
So right there, tag, you know, because if you send it into tag, it's going to auto scan it. And it's going to know if you sent the same card back in, even in a different account. Supposedly.
I don't know. With the AI grading, it's so unique to its own experience. Like, who knows how that's going to really go? But like, it is. This is the dark side of the hobby, right? Like, past scalpers and everything else are these guys who are taking cards and physically altering them to try to get tags. And that's
right, ladies and
really
gentlemen.
bad.
Wanted to.
So here, let's see what he does and how tag picks up on his stuff.
I'm taking viewer submissions right now. It's currently priced based on demand. This is not my business. This is not my day job. This is announce the winners on the next. This 7 months ago, this card was worth $4,000. So if you guys have vintage and it's not graded and it needs to be repaired, this is the time to do it. Like the market is absolutely ridiculous right now. And even in the time I've waited to send these 2 in, the prices have appreciated between, you know, like 20 and 40%. So we are going to go ahead and open this up without further delay.
I love that.
I have to draw this out a little bit. I can feel there's slabs in here, so these are graded, but I have to cover up the certifications.
Why do they?
And I have to cover the.
Though.
Well, a lot of people, I have no idea. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. But a lot of the time there was like this whole concept of like you could tell PSA the cert's been cracked. Which you would need the cert numbers and then you tell them that it's been cracked and that thus it deactivates it. So I think a lot of people started to learn that, and then they could deactivate somebody else's slab. They didn't need proof of it at that
What do you
time.
mean deactivate though? You still got the slab. It's just not in the system.
Correct. Which makes it which throws up a false flag if you're somebody who is truly looking at slabs like that.
Grade,
All right,
of
what's he
course,
getting?
as well, so we can do the classic reveal. Now, this Lugia this is a nice slab. I like this. This Lugia got a PSA 7, and all it really needed was a little surface cleanup. There were some scratches on there that we cleaned up, but I'm skeptical because this card is really old. There's actually like micro cracks in the hollow because of the age, so there's really nothing you can do about that. But anyway, I'm hoping for a 9, at least on the PSA scale. I was hoping for a 9. I know it's not going to get a 10, but anything above a 7 would be acceptable. So let's go. A 6. Okay, well, that makes total sense because tag actually probably has stricter grading standards. So although this went down under the tag model, There we go, and just get that cert covered up there. Although this went down under the tag model, they actually are much less subjective. So they're going to have the ability to scan these with AI and imaging and actually see, so they can detect stuff that PSA wouldn't. So I graded. And
Yeah,
this one
that
was
tag is
actually
going
a
to
PSA 9 Rockets Mewtwo. This thing was pretty much pristine. I should have gotten a 10 on this. PSA 9 is currently worth about $1,700. PSA 10 would make this worth about $8,000. So pretty significant difference there. Let's see what we got. A 6 on that too. Well, the cool thing about this actually is that we can pull up stats on these cards. They have everything online, broken down in measurements and statistics
what will be
and
good
data.
about it
So we'll go ahead and pull that up, and we'll see.
We will
because they're going
finally
to
be
give you
able
a
to
complete.
look and get all the data to see how tag is really doing it, because they'll send you like a comprehensive report on the card, which is what makes tag so much better than everybody else. Is you get a full-on description of everything wrong with the card. And if you are a collector and you want slabs and you think that PSA is king, PSA is done by people, tag is done by AI. Like, you cannot beat the concept of a robot. It can look at every micropixel at 100,000 times faster, and that means it's checking it 1,000,000 times, as it takes one PSA guy to pull out his loop and I think this is a PSA 7. Like, come on. Like, how are you going to beat a robot? Like, for real.
All right, let's see. This guy, I graded every hit from the 30,000 Pokemon base set box, and this is why I'm just like, what do you think? He opens these packs, pack fresh, and sends them in.
For those of you guys who do not know, these cards right over here, we ripped a $30,000 unlimited base set booster box. We only sent in the ones that were like worth grading. So this is it. We're gonna reveal them, all right? These got sent back. The Chansey got listed as altered? Altered from a fresh box. Classic PSA, man. Double altered on both the Chanseys. Here we go, guys. All right, we got a Poliwrath. It looks pretty good centering-wise. I mean, it looks pretty good to me. Bro, how is this a 6? Magneton. Okay, this one is a top thick bad boy. Edges are probably worse too. There's more whiting here. No. Next, Ninetales. Oh my god. This one's a little off-centered in the back, I'd say. Here we go. Ninetales gets a... Bro, you gotta be trolling me. You gotta be trolling me. Okay, Clefairy, this is a big one. Print line's over there, and it is pretty top thick as well.
Like, printing was not super good, right? Because this is what, 98?
Okay. We're trolling, right? PSA, we're trolling. Fire this grader. This grader is a Zoomer TikToker farming 6-7s. No, this is no way. Okay, we got Nidoking next. Pretty bottom thick. The edges are kind of cookied. This one has like a straight white blemish on it. So if he graded the other ones a 6, this better not be a 6. This better be lower, or I'm gonna be pissed. We're trolling, and it's worse. At least give it a worse grade. I would take the worst grades at this point, but you're just giving us 6s. At least the Mewtwo came out of 7. It's Big Boy Blastoise time.
What do you think?
So I'll tell you, man. I have a friend who pulled the Sylveon SIR out of Evolutions. Pack fresh. Went from pack to sleeve to Great Saber to PSA, all within 2 days. Got it back, pack fresh, a 6. Like, I think it's good. I think PSA having higher standards is good, but for every card to come out and be a 6 and you get nothing but a 6, and then you saying that cards coming out are altered, like pack fresh cards are altered, that's crazy. But again, it's humans looking at it. That's like you and me, somebody giving us 20,000 cards and you've got, you know, a month and a half to go through them as your grading expertise, and you just have to somehow dictate what it is. I also think there's a lot of like really weird shenanigans that happens over at PSA between them now being eBay's like go-to. So every card you buy off eBay that has to be authenticated gets sent now to PSA.
Oh, does it?
Yep. Even if it's not graded or slabbed or anything else, if you buy a card that has to be authenticated for being real, goes to PSA before it goes to you.
Right. I was saying Needle King had to get authenticated.
Yep.
Well, like the Magic card, sure, and the other ones didn't.
Because they're already slabs.
What's that?
They're
The
already
Needle King
slabbed.
slabs.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it an old cert?
I don't know.
I could see if it was an old cert, they may have wanted to do it, but like I know the Magikarp you got was a new cert. But again, tag, I cannot scream it enough that tag is the way to go.
And now we're going to see if this card truly deserved a PSA 5. The amount of comments I received
love that it
slamming
comes in
PSA were
foil
insane.
wrapper.
Just to rewind a little, this card got a 5 twice because PSA said this tiny crease on the back warranted a 5. Now, the second time I sent it in was with their review service, so I'm skeptical they even bothered to properly regrade it. To be completely honest, with how highly everyone spoke of Tag in the comments, I was pretty convinced this card was still going to get a low grade, but at least now I'd be able to see why. But my jaw dropped when I saw the grade. Oh my god.
What? I went from a 5 twice to a 9? Like, what?
Yeah, robots are better, man.
Dude, PSA's fucked. PSA's fucked.
It will only be a matter of time before tag is king, especially once you put in the what do you call it? Once the slab vending machine comes to real existence, and you can go to a show and have your card slabbed the same day.
You're about to.
It's going to change the world of cards. 100%.
To watch something that might actually break PSA. Forget about boycotts, forget about government intervention. We've got a new lawsuit, and this one is serious. And my hunch is that if something like this ever gets to the legal stage of discovery, it would be a complete and utter disaster if any of that was made public. So I'm about to sit down with this guy in a second, and I suspect this situation will get handled very, very fast after the video airs because they don't want this to go where I think it's going to go. All right, guys, I'm with the guy behind the lawsuit. We're going to get into some scary stuff here. Some really obnoxious pictures that PSA sent him and lots of fun things. But first, I'm just going to say what's up to CT. Thanks for coming on to that even more. So let's go through the timeline just so we have it straight. And then we're going to talk about the evidence.
I put those cards together. There was, I think, 14 of them. Brought them to my local FedEx store, and I had them in cases like they tell you to do on the website. I brought them in. The guy there took my cards on camera, puts them in bubble wrap.
Before, do you think it was FedEx or do you think it was PSA?
Oh, it's most likely FedEx.
You think so?
So, coming from the sports card world, this has happened a lot. And it's because on the labels, it says where it's going. And if anybody knows anything, if you see something going to PSA, you see something going to tag, now these guys are like, oh, these people are sending Pokemon or they're sending sports cards. And like in sports, it's so easy to find your card that's missing because sports have numbers, right? So when you're talking about out of 5 card, when you do your submission and you say, I sent PSA a Shohei Ohtani 3 out of 5, it is 3 out of 5. If 3 out of 5 ever shows up anywhere else in the world, that card's stolen and you know it. Pokemon, they don't have that. They don't have any serialization to it. And I think
Yeah, as soon as they do, though.
yeah, it's going to probably help a little bit. It's going to make prices go insane if they were to ever do it. But I mean, Magic does it. and you can't steal a serialized card because it has a very distinct number to it that makes it very easy to find.
More or less.
Puts them in a box, double seals the box, and then it sits on a shipping tray on camera for 36 minutes before a driver comes, picks up the boxes, all of the boxes, and then takes them all the way. My cards, one, were in the box. The box never leaves camera
Could have
frame.
been the driver, right?
And then that package got sent out. We have had police review the footage. I mean, they actually went to the FedEx location. They had the store manager break out the cameras. They all watched it. There's a whole police report where they talk about the employee puts it in bubble wrap. The bubble wrap goes in the box goes on a stand. The box sits on the stand. The driver takes the boxes away. They did note in it that there was no nefarious activity taking place at FedEx,
Right.
and then they were sent to PSA. They
Excellent.
sat
Track what
for
happens
roughly
in that
36
truck.
hours before they were delivered to
That
PSA
guy
in 2-day
at
mail.
FedEx
PSA signs for it on November
was
13th,
just like,
correct?
yo, bro,
Yeah, PSA signed for
rip
it.
that box
They took it
open
into
and take it
their
out.
warehouse wherever they go, and they sat on it for 100.
Like, PSA, this is your fault. You don't show us the grading floor. You don't show us the receiving area. So how on earth do we know how you're looking at things,
they
what you're looking at, and especially because you're going to see pictures in a minute. Screw it, I'll show it right now. This is a picture of. This is the only picture you've been given. You have not been given video footage of anything. It's this half-assed picture on somebody's desk with this thing torn apart and clearly not double sealed. So we're saying that when they actually received it, it appears that they didn't notice this box was that way, and that scares the shit out of me. Are you that busy where you can't review a package like this and it slips through the cracks? Like, are you nuts? You think you can scale up and handle receiving this way? You can't. So how many, did you get a confirmation, like email or whatever?
Yeah, so it was confirmed that it was received, just like everybody gets when you send there, you get that email. It's like it's down our system. So I got my email, said it was confirmed.
Cool.
It never got out of that status. So like 3 weeks later, I emailed them and I was like, hey, just checking on my package. It's still in the same received status. And I mean, I've said this, you can put it up there. They responded back and put, hey, your package is here. I understand that it's frustrating that things move slowly, but I can guarantee you that your package is here in our, it says like, I assure you that our package is in our facility safe and sound.
Now I've had packages. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so I got 4 of those updates over the course of the 115 days because I was checking in my package. I didn't just set it and forget it.
Yep.
So I checked in several times. I got confirmations from several different employees that were like, hey, the package is here. It's just going through processing. We'll let you know when we start grading it.
I've had damaged packages. I've known about them within a week, I would say, at all service levels.
Yeah.
A couple of times I had one got just run over by a truck or something like that. So
And the problem with that is you have no proof that it's on PSA. And so like what Boston here is saying that, you know, it's on PSA to know what the package looks like when it comes in. You know, if you've never worked in a receiving bay or had any contact with like what a receiving bay looks like at a major company, it's a nightmare. You have hundreds of, if not thousands of packages coming in. I mean, I worked at FedEx for like 6 months when I was 18, and there are hundreds of thousands of not files, but boxes coming in. Like, and people don't know how to ship. That part is a true reality. You know? So, like, how can you even remotely blame PSA? Like, really, your argument is with FedEx, and if the package arrives somewhere, you're still trying to figure out where the chain broke in that, and there's just nothing you can do. Sadly, you just lose, and that's the worst part, is that you lose unless you take the insurance. If you pay for the insurance, like you should when you're shipping $20,000 in cards.
Yeah, but it says delivered and shit, dude. That's a shitty situation. I think that's just gonna get fucked in the end, no matter what.
Oh, absolutely. The guys, you just lose. There's nothing you can do about it. the fact that the package did get delivered and they're saying that it's double wrapped and all of that, like if you package your own, you should be packaging your own stuff to make sure that everything in there is properly done. And having somebody else do it just seems like I'm not going to let somebody touch any of my, $500+ raw cards and be safe with them shipping it. Like I'm going to be the one who packages it. I'm going to be the one to make sure it's secured inside of the box and then send it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It just seems like a very odd thing to live in. That's my opinion. I can be wrong though.